We're gonna get started in a minute or two. All right, so we are gonna start off. So I know the homework was a bit complicated-ish. Tina turns in. Let's check this quickly. Good. A lot of people didn't turn in the homework, but like then of course I forgot to attach the thing, so it's like can't really say it's their fault. But we're gonna start off by going over the homework, which we might have some technical difficulties on. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Claire, do you have the homework? Oh, Claire, I think you are. Oh, everyone's names is so confusing. I think Claire turned their homework in.
I think I did too.
Yeah, it's like, everyone's Google Classroom names are different than their actual names. It's a bunch of complicated stuff. Okay, let's see. Alex, did Alex turn in their homework? I think, Alex, are you NI?
What?
Alex, is your Google Classroom name NI?
I don't know actually.
Well, Alex, did you turn in your homework?
I forgot to turn in.
All right, well, yeah, go ahead and turn it in then. Yeah, because a lot of people, I'm guessing they did their homework on a separate piece of paper, but like,
I forgot to do it because yesterday night I was really busy.
okay, yeah, it's fine. So just get it done for next week.
Okay, I'll do it after class.
Got it. That's great. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm now going to, let's see. So still little people did their homework, but as far as I can see, it looks to me like the people who did do their homework, they seem to have gotten most things right. One person converted everything into decimals, which you do not need to do. I prefer things in fractions. Everything else seems good though. Yeah, I don't think I need to go over the homework. It looks great. Yeah. Okay, so for the homework, I'm just gonna go over a few main points, really. Those would be that what just happened? What is this? How do I get rid of this? I don't know. No. Oh, there's more like it. Yeah. So first of all, these are just a few things to know for when we go over homework. Number one, when you have a fraction, keep it as a fraction unless it turns. So fractions and decimals are like the two separate ways of writing numbers. I want you to write it in a fraction unless they tell you to make it a decimal, unless they tell you, and then write it in a decimal unless they tell you to make it a fraction. So just keep it in however you solved it. Number two, for example, if you have 1/3 and you're turning it into a decimal, if they tell you to, try to make it like 0.33, just like add a bunch like I know what it is instead of just doing this, because like this just looks like 3/10, not 1/3, which is what it actually is. These two are separate things. And then lastly, for the homeworks, when you have a units, for example, years and days and months, stuff like this, you should put the largest unit in the front. So like don't put two days and 4 weeks. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so just try to keep stuff more cohesive like that. And besides that, yeah, the homework was great, I think. I just want to go for one thing. Wait, I just realized something. I'm not screen sharing. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll start screen sharing and I'll start assigning problems now. Okay. Okay, so we finished the last class on that. So now we're going to go into the textbook and we are going to start with. Let's go to where we were. I think we're here. No, we passed this. Yeah, we finished those last time. All right, the scroll bar is pretty slow and the paper is very large. Okay. So last time the homework was textbook practice 3A, which seems to be here-ish. Okay, yeah. So now we are going to do addition and subtraction of unlike fractions. All right, so let's start off by going over some things. First of all, it looks like some more people joined. Just remember that for the homework, you have to try to have it in by next week because like you have 2 weeks for the next thing because we don't have class next week. So just make sure you can have the homework in by next week. That's going to be important. Now we're going to start with today with addition and subtraction of unlike fractions. So first of all, what does unlike fractions mean? Well, if there's unlike fractions, there's also like fractions, right? So you can see here, actually this is unhelpful, here specifically, whether you're an unlike fraction or a like fraction is based on your denominator, which is like the number at the bottom. So if one person ate 1/2 and one person ate 1/3, these are unlike fractions because their denominators are different because 3 does not equal 2. These are separate things, right? So these would be unlike fractions. But we can actually do this anyways. So how do we add and subtract unlike fractions? Well, we do this by using 2 steps. The first step is we make unlike, and we turn the unlike fraction into a like fraction. Number 2, we are going to solve it using like fractions. So first of all, let's make these unlike fractions into like fractions. So first of all, let's see what the question is. Anne ate 1/3, her brother ate 1/2. How much did they eat together? So it's asking you to add the 2 of them together, right? So if you wanted to add them, how would you do that? You would multiply the denominators together. That's to create a like fraction. So the numbers, what numbers would we put here? So what we have to realize is you can make any fraction, let's say 7/20 seconds. If we multiply 7/20 seconds by 1/1, it's the same thing because 1/1 is 1. If we multiply it by 214 over 214, we can do this as much as we want. We could be as long as the two things are the same, because this is the same as multiplying by 1. So here we're going to multiply both fractions by 6 over. Not really. No, sorry, that's inaccurate. We're going to multiply both to get something over 6. So we're going to multiply 1/3 by 2/2, and multiplying by 2/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 1. And if we're multiplying by 1, it's not changing anything, so we can do this as much as we want. So we're going to multiply it by 2/2, get 2/6. We're going to multiply 1/2 by 3/3, and we're going to get 3/6. Now, what are these? These are like fractions. And since they are like fractions, that means we can solve them. And then the answer would be 5/6, which Alex got. So, yeah, that's just how you do unlike fractions and like fractions. You take unlike fractions and you make them into like fractions. And once you make them into like fractions, we know how to solve that. So I'm going to start off by giving you 2 questions. These questions, I don't want you to solve them until I tell you to start, because there's a very specific order I want you to give me the answers in, all right? So, this is going to be question 2, and I want 2A, 2B, 2C, and 2D. And then we have A, B, C, D, E. So I want 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, 3E. So I want you to be giving me 9 different answers, all right? Go ahead now. I'll get one thing quickly, excuse me. Yeah, so send me the answers to this. Just try to send them all in a single message. And just send me the numbers in the boxes, so you don't have to send me 10/15. Just send me 10. For example, for the first one, I'll just tell you 2A equals 10. The answer is 10 for the first one. Don't tell me 10/15ths, because what you're really telling me is that the answer is 10/15ths over 15, because that's what this says. I just want you to give me the number in the box. 2D does not. 2D should be simplified, but like the answer to 2D should be 1/15 or something, shouldn't it? Wait, no. Wait. Sorry, give me a sec. Oh yeah. The answer to 2D, it shouldn't be simplified. But it should be made into a mixed number. Uh, I don't. Yeah, but yeah. Everybody. Yeah, most people have gotten. So some people haven't given me their answers yet. But if you gave me the answer to question 2, it's correct. I'll tell you that. So yeah. Just go on to question 3, or just continue working on 2 if you haven't sent that yet. Alex, that's a very interesting name. Junior coach or junior coach? Alex is my clone right now. That seems like the case. It was really good. When I got that message, I got so confused because it's like, what? Did I just send a message to myself? But it's just Alex messing around. All right. Very good, Alex. Those all seem correct. All right, great job. Yeah, continue moving on. Yeah, continue working on 2 or 3 and 3. Very good job, Alan. Looks like yeah. So everyone, it seems like uh, that yeah, everyone's on question 2 now, or question 3 technically. Yeah, so go ahead on that. I will. Yeah, so one more answer and then we'll move on to the next section. All right, great job. Everyone seems to have gotten either the correct answer or close enough where I know it's just like a little like typo or something along those lines, right? Okay, so yeah, so the point of here was they walked you through, they basically told you like exactly what to do in a way, right? Uh, they they walk you through. Now I'm gonna give you questions where they do not give you the steps. So this is 12 questions. It's more. It should be much more, not much more. It should be more difficult than the previous one though, because it does not walk you through. So yeah, good luck on this set. Okay, so I'm just gonna write down some. I guess almost the rules. Number one, simplify to the lowest number. Actually, not. There's no real rules that I've wrote down. Yeah. So there should be 12 answers. Simplify each one to the lowest state. So your step should be number one. Make it to like, right? Remember, we don't like unlike things because it's difficult to work with them. So first, you're gonna find a like denominator, a common multiple, so we can solve it. Then you're gonna solve however it is, and then I'd like you to simplify. So you should be following 3 steps for every simple problem. Although some problems, it should be simplified when you're done, or it could be simplified when you're done. Okay, so guys, you can send me your answers one by one, but it's very difficult for me to check. So, ideally, I'd like you to send me them all in one batch. I know it's a bit difficult for you to type out like 1A dot answer. So if you want, you can just send me your answers left to right. So you can just send your answer for 1A. Let's just say the answers are all 2. So you can write 2, comma 2, comma 2, comma 2, comma 2, right? You don't have to write down you don't have to write 1A, 1B, all that stuff. Just remember to give it to me in the correct order where you're going left to right. Because if you go up to down, then it gets really confusing. So yeah, just send me your answers in the left to right order, but you don't have to use the letters and stuff. I'm fine if all you want to do is add a comma in between. That's completely fine. Uh, yeah, so everyone just um yeah, just another thing. If you give me an answer of, let's just say we have a number down here that's 7. If the number above is 7 or larger, like if it's 7, 8, or 9, I'd like you to make it into a mixed number or if it's like 8/8 or like 10/10, then you can just make it into 1. Although I don't think that takes place anyway. But if that does happen, I want you to make it into 1. If the number above is larger, like if it's 13/7, then I'd like you to make it into a mixed number, which I believe we went over last time, and it would become 1/6/7. This is just much easier to read because mixed numbers are just better. The only time you want to use improper numbers is when you're calculating, but if you're not calculating, then you shouldn't be using it. Valentina, that's correct. Although, yeah, that's correct. Thank you, Alex, for the trophy martini. I appreciate it. All right, I'll go over V. I think we'll move on in a second. I think I'm waiting for one more answer. Okay, so now we're going to move on. Let's see. You're going to start off by, I think we're going to start off by, because everyone got, because the answers were very scattered. A bit difficult to calculate that. All right, so I'm going to quickly go over what we've done and then add the next step. So number one, we learned how to do like, all right? Then we learned how to do mixed. I'm drawing V, like this is the solution. Right? I don't know why I'm actually drawing arrows. I don't know. Let's just ignore my arrows. I'm crazy. That's a very separate thing. I'll just rewrite this. Okay, so first we learned how to solve like fractions. Then we learned how to solve mixed fractions / improper fractions. These are ones where it's like bigger than 1. All right. Then we learned how to solve just today unlike fractions, which is where we take unlike fractions, we made them into like fractions. Why did it turn pink? I'm so confused. And then we turned it into this. So now we're gonna do mixed, improper, and like. So we're gonna do both of them at the same time. So this is like we learned how to, like is the basic. We learned how to do this. We learned how to do this. Now we're gonna put them together to make something more difficult. So we're gonna start off with I'm gonna start off by sending the answer to a question, just so you can get a rough idea of what it looks like. So here it's telling you to find the total length of 3 5/8 and 1 7/12. Now, this is pretty difficult to solve. So as you can see in this step, actually, I don't like the way they did it. We're just going to ignore the first step. The way they did it is kind of weird. They like first changed it so there's only one improper fraction, which I guess you could do, but it kind of feels like a waste of time. So I think I'm just going to wipe this out because I'm not a big fan of it, I'll be honest. Let's make this big. All right, I'm gonna wipe what they set out because I do not like this, honestly. I'm gonna show you a different method, which is honestly just the same thing, but there seems a bit overcomplicated. All right, so how do we do this? Step 1, we have 3 5/8. Number 2, we have 1 7/12. So this is our formula. So first we're gonna make it like, as you saw, they made it into 24, so it works perfectly fine. We have to multiply the bottom part by 3, the top part by 3 to get 24, right? So this becomes 15 24ths, and this becomes 1 over 14 24ths. And here you just add them. You add the whole numbers first, we get 4. Then you add the fractions, and we get 29 over 24. Keep in mind that 4 29ths over 24 equals 5 24ths. Of course, you don't have to do it as fast as I'm doing it, because I've done this before a lot of times. But yeah, this is the way we're going to solve it. It looks like we've reached our max of extended pages, so we're going to go to the next page. I'm going to send an example. It's basically the same thing as we did previously. Thank you very much, Alex, for the flag emojis. But could you slow down with them so I can see other people's answers? Thank you. Also, get to work. Stop sending me raised eyebrow, China flag, US flag, China flag, US flag, China flag, China flag. Just, send me answers. That would be appreciated. All right, so I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes. So if you want, you can send the answers to question 1 first, just so I can check them over. Looks like we're a bit slower on these. It's okay. Since it looks like okay, interesting. I'm gonna no one really gotten there yet, but I'm just gonna send it anyways. This is question 5 actually. This, but yeah, everyone else just keep working. It looks like I will probably assign the rest of this chapter for homework. In the next class, we are gonna do product of a fraction and a whole number. Actually, yeah, next time we should get through all of the product and division stuff. It's gonna be the plan. Yeah, for now, keep working on this. Also, just a reminder, there is, wait, someone turned this in. I resubmitted, okay. Actually, I'll send an email about this. Yeah, so just a reminder, everybody finished yesterday's homework because, and by finished, I mean, I think some people finished it but forgot to attach it, so just make sure to do that. Most people did turn it in though. Besides that, continue working. Very good job, Alan. Very good job. We seem to have a bit of a differing opinion on question one, but that's all right. Should be all right. Regardless, yeah, you can just keep working. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone. Continue on. Okay, continue on. Okay. I think everyone's near the end, so we should be done somewhat soon. Okay. 5 favorite teams. Good job. Good job. Yeah, Valentina, you can. Yeah, you can go. Yeah, we're probably just gonna do a bit more practice, and then we're gonna move on to. I'll probably just assign the homework at that point. You can go though. Homework will be posted in like 5 minutes, maybe. Yep, you too. I don't even know how you got those symbols, but yeah, that seems correct. Yeah, so everyone should be near the bottom. And then after this, I'm just gonna straight up assign the homework because, yeah. Mhm. Also, keep in mind there's like 2 weeks, so there's gonna be quite a bit of homework. Don't be worried though. It shouldn't be that much. All right, so I'm gonna send the homework now. Let's see. So first of all, a lot of you, I want you to go to in Google Classroom, go to to do, and if you have like assignments that you haven't done yet, then do those first. Obviously, I want you to start homework that you when you haven't finished other homework. Yeah, I'm gonna just top on the ones below. Workbook. Let's open this up and let's see what the homework's gonna be. In the textbook, we're gonna do. Let's see. See. Yeah, so continue working on these questions and the homework will be posted soon. All right, I need to separate this out for last class. Exercise 15. Continue sending me your answers for this. I'm seeing the answers. that looks like a good amount of homework. And then we have not done this yet. All right. I'm gonna make a Google Doc for everyone, and then the class will be over. Okay, so for these last few questions, since like a lot of people haven't finished them yet, right? Make a copy for each student. Yes, the homework is posted. Wait, it says A for some reason. I'll fix that in a sec. Yeah, the homework is posted. You guys can start working on that. You can stop working on these questions. These questions we don't need to do anymore. I don't think there's overlap, but there might be. Hopefully not. All right, homework is posted. You guys can start working on that. But once again, just a reminder, some people are yet to turn in some of the other homework, so you got to make sure to do that. On that note, you guys can go, I think.